Tom Sawyer, he gets high on you, and the energy you take is right on to the fiction of love. Based on Tom Sawyer somehow, lyrics, words, or otherwise, Mr. Steve Miller.
Hey guys, how's it going? There we go. Woo! Let's hear it for Rush, right? Alright, well, this is, I've never even read Huck Finn, so I don't even know who the fuck Tom Sawyer is, but I played this song over and over and over and over and over in my head, and this is the thing that came to me, so. He smokes cigarettes like a steam engine coal train, puffing every breath to pull the boxcars of feeling behind him, reminding himself to think he can keep going into the dark of the night. He rolls through crosswalks under the moon, wearing cast iron black for skin, stopping halfway to stare headlights into oncoming vehicles, daring them not to see brakes are needed. He welcomes the derailment. Waits for the day cold steel tracks no longer fit his shoes, too big to be walked in by anything less than the cold hard steel of his heart, hardened from the constant forging of life's hobos hopping from town to town, leaving their stories carved into the wooden walls of his boxcar compartments. They've made a temporary home of his heart while traveling free rides on a healing train that can only slow down long enough for safe transfer of stowaways to disembark back into their own worlds. He whistles while he works Dixie, like she's another passenger just looking for a free emotion. He's seen this countryside of people so many times. He drives with one eye open, plays the chess game of life like it's tic-tac-toe, knowing that by the end, he'll be cat's cradling himself. They never stick around to checkmate for life. His tracks are too worn for love to stick to the rust of his history, so he lives life third-person narrative, where he's been his best seen in a faraway place. Once upon a time, in a land of fairy tale tragedy, lived as island roller coasters for one. He's begin numerous new beginnings, too distant to find an end, thinking satisfaction is easier imagined at the start of starting to believe than when disappointment is finishing dreams. He sits in deserted rail yards, watching diesel engine locomotives pass him over with time, drifting flakes of paint to the ground, taking stainless from his steel construction, watching the rain eat cancer through to his soul train of cargo too fragile to handle with care. Damaged goods can always be returned, tripped back to the fall, beginning of the fall season on a circular track, repeating winter ice too thin to skate on without falling through space in a time of emptiness. Needing love isn't sexy, wanting sex isn't lovely, loving want isn't needless confusion. Costs at least 3 dates, purchased in advance, non-refundable tickets. He carries more broken dreams than Santa's sleigh carries broken childhood innocence at the hands of big sister reality. And all he can think of now is how that little fucking train that thought it could was full of shit. And the only change that's permanent is what track he's gonna roll down next.